Hello everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Sakeina. If you are new to this channel and are unfamiliar with who Sakeina is, she is my spirit guide. These readings are for the collective and they are timeless. You will come upon these readings when you're meant to. So let's see what Sakeina's message is today. Sakeina and I begin the readings with two cards, the first being one to let me know that it is her that I am speaking with. So in this case, we have the Six of Wands, which is her telling me that, yes, it is her. I should recognize her. And the second card is the subject matter of the reading. So in this case, we have the Seven of Swords. Now recently, it used to be that the readings did not include using her card with the subject matter card. And that has changed recently. So with these two cards, the Six of Wands and the Seven of Swords, she's sharing here that we are not necessarily recognizing some things about ourselves, things going on in our minds. Maybe we have talents that we wish to put out there to the world, but we're not really getting to that victory time that we would like to get to. So she's saying there's something going on in the mind. We just don't have the full picture yet. And peering into the mind is apparently the subject matter here. We're going to look at what is hidden, and possibly this is fears or things that just are holding us back for some reason. Okay? And again, this is a collective message, so it's either going to resonate with you or it's not. If it doesn't, pass it on to someone else. Okay, so let's see what she has to say. First card out, the Knight of Wands, or excuse me, Knight of Pentacles. The Sun. Seven of Cups. It's going to stay blurry no matter what I do. The King of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Cups. Temperance. Ace of Cups. The Emperor. And Death. Just going to move these over just a little bit. Okay, so starting with the Knight of Pentacles. What Sakeina's saying here is that we are on a journey, a long, slow, physical journey, an earth quest. We chose to come down on this earth for this lifetime. It's an earth quest. And we are also, with the sun, even though we are human right now, we are also still a spirit here with the sun, a soul, a bright shining star, enlightened, happy, beyond the veil. So as the old saying goes, and I can't remember, I think it's Pierre or somebody, we are a spirit having a human experience. And she's saying with the Seven of Cups that we have done this many times. Not necessarily always being born on Earth, but possibly other places as well, depending on what your beliefs are. And we've had many challenges and many struggles in these lifetimes. There's been a lot of choices to make in each and every one. And most of us do not remember. There's this veil of forgetfulness when we're born that keeps us from remembering the past lives, all the past lives that we've lived, because it would probably be, especially in a human form, probably be way too much to live with. Hard to function in our human journey here, our human quest. It isn't impossible to remember. When we do remember, it requires grounding. We need to get our head out of that veil of forgetfulness, come down and ground ourselves. And it's also a way to heal our heart chakra, she's saying. So with the King of Swords, this is her telling us that our soul, we're looking at the King of Swords as our soul. It's where all our memories are held. He knows all. And he is the embodiment, I guess you could say, of the Akashic records. It's where all the clarity lies for all the lives that we have lived previous to this one. So what she would like us to do is to access a part of those past life memories through going on a mind quest. This is going to require a little bit of thought as to what perhaps you feel as though you don't quite understand about yourself. Maybe it's a specific fear that you have that you feel might be holding you back from what you're trying to accomplish. Maybe it is a skill that you're having a difficult time learning that's holding you back. Whatever it is, Sakeina would like you to go on this mind quest and ask a question that concerns whatever this is. That's the start of this mind quest. Ask a question. From there, with the Queen of Cups, she's saying it's very important that you trust your intuition when doing this mind quest. If you haven't gone to someone who does past life regression through hypnosis, then if you're doing it yourself, and it is possible to do it yourself, she's saying trust your intuition either way, if you go to a specialist or if you're doing it yourself. Pay attention to your feelings and your emotions, and do the best that you can to lead with your heart, not your head. Even though there's a lot of swords in this reading, which is the mind, the head, there's also a lot of cups in this reading. Powerful cup cards. So she wants you to lead with your heart, not with your head. Be open to any intuitive messages that you are receiving. Now this will be before, during, and after. And what you find here, once you put that question out there, is that if you meditate, perhaps you will get information through meditation. You might get information through your dreams. You might get visions. You might get little clues through things that you see, through perhaps songs on the radio might trigger something in you. Using your intuition, a conversation perhaps that you hear two people having or that you have with somebody else. Maybe that will trigger a deja vu moment. Just be open to however this takes place. But the most important thing here is feeling and trusting your intuition. And then the Temperance card, Sakeina is saying, let whatever is going to come, come. Don't resist it. Don't analyze what you're getting. Just let it flow. And it could be, if you're getting a vision or in your dream, it could be a mix of action and emotion. We have fire and water here, a mix between the two to give you a full picture. She's also saying, let your inner voice guide you. And that inner voice isn't just a voice that you hear with your ears or inside your mind. It's also like an emotional path. It can be like that as well. So let your inner voice guide you and listen very patiently. Then follow the path. With the Ace of Cups, she's wanting you to feel, really feel the truth of what you're seeing or experiencing or feeling. You might get this in the form of goosebumps. That's what happens with a lot of people. When they know something is true, goosebumps will form. You may have some other form of determining truth, but I tend to go with goosebumps. Once you feel that truth, you are able to release whatever it is that is holding you back from everything that you have dealt with in answer to your question. So if you've asked a question and you've had the vision and, there's action, there's emotion, and at the tail end of whatever this is, you realize that, wow, this is what it was that is keeping me from going for my goals, or really being successful, or really being abundant, or really finding true love. This is what's happening. And she's saying you can release that emotional trauma, because everything that you're holding inside is from emotion. Everything is caused through emotion. So she's saying release the emotional trauma from your heart chakra. And as you can see in this card, she's suggesting that you visualize this card when you go to release that emotional trauma, because it's powerful. She's pushing that emotion out of her body, out of her heart chakra, releasing it, letting it go out into the universe, very powerful image. And if it hits the mark in this cup, you may see it do that in your mind's eye. It may make you feel very emotional or possibly even drained. And that's how you know you have been successful in releasing that powerful emotional trauma. And she's saying with the Emperor, be strategic. Map out a plan for your mind quest. All with as many lifetimes as you have been through, there are probably many emotional traumas that you have been through. And not all of them are unhealed, obviously, but some of them probably are. So there's going to be more than one mind quest required. So she's asking you to map out a plan. Do the mind quest as many times as you feel like you need to, because you may have more than one battle raging inside of you because of the many lives. And do the mind quest until you feel like you're in full control of yourself. So with the last card, which is death, she's saying through this process, you will certainly be transformed if you follow the steps that she has outlined here. You're clearing out all the old things to bring in something new, something that will help you in this lifetime. You're putting past carryovers behind you, and oftentimes that is what things that are traumatizing you in this lifetime that seem to have no rhyme or reason. Nothing happened in this lifetime to say, hey, I have this fear or this belief. Those are called carryovers, and they are from past lives. So she's saying, putting those past carryovers behind you, releasing them, allows the universe to open new doors for you. It closes those doors and opens new doors for you. The blockages, every time you have a mind quest and you release, another blockage comes down, another wall comes down. You may even feel physically reborn after each and every mind quest, or maybe one will be more powerful than another, but it will help you discover the hidden issues that are held in your mind, subconscious mind. Okay, so that is what Sakeina has to share for this reading. Again, if it does not resonate with you, just let it go and pass it on to someone else. Thank you for being a part of this reading with us. Until the next one, take care.